Hello guys and welcome to this new YouTube video. In this video we'll watch a game between Tigran Petrosyan and Wolfgang Unziker that was played in Hamburg in 1960. Tigran Petrosyan was the world chess champion from 1963 to 1969. He faces Wolfgang Unziker, which was a German chess grandmaster, and he was an amateur chess player, and even Anatoly Karpov called him once the world champion of amateurs. So let's have a look at the position right now. As we see, Tigran Petrosyan is controlling the only open file, the C file, with its two rooks. Also, the knight on b3 is perfectly placed as it attacks the a5 pawn, which is a backward pawn somehow, and it commits the two black pieces, the rook and the queen, which can hardly move away from protecting this pawn now. Also, the king side is still not decided, and the pawn could be pushed in order to open it at some point. So basically in this kind of position, white should create a second weakness in order to be able to overload the black pieces and finally win the game. So knowing all this information, you can stop the video and search for the plan by yourself. So now I will tell you what the plan is. So this plan is in two steps. I will start by telling the second step, in fact. So the second step would be to open up the king side in order to create a second weaknesses, which would be here the king, or obviously the pawn on the king side. In order to do that, as black can't find any counterplay, we will start by bringing our king to the safe square on b1 or on a2. So when the king will be on the queen side, we will have free hands to create a very strong attack on the king on g8, on g7, and so we'll be able to win the game. So the first move is pretty logical, it's king f1, starting the plan. And now, just to show you that black can do anything, is they would even play the logical move rook b8 to kick away the queen. It could be met by rook b6, rook d8 and rook c6. It's even making the white advantage bigger as a pawn would probably fall. So king f1, king g8, king not king, h4, expanding the king side with the h pawn, which is pretty common. h5, it's also common in order to stop the pawn from dislocating the pawn structure. Rook c2, this is just a prophylactical move. King h8, king h7, king e1, king g8, king d1, king h7, king c1, king g8, king b1. So now the king has finished its transfer and is safe on the queen side. So we can start now the second step of our plan, and the next move is really an easy move to find, but nonetheless it's really important. It's the easy queen e2 to start supporting the g pawn to be pushed and having a look on h5 as well. As you can see, white will always be able to come back with the queen also on the queen side to have a look at this pawn on a5. So this is really a perfect place for a queen now, the e2 square in this position. So queen b7, rook c1, again a bit of prophylactic, king g7 and queen b5. And here this move is remarkable because it will be winning a tempo. You will see what you will see why in an instant, because the logical queen b5 is losing after this beautiful tactical line. Pawn takes, a4, searching for counterplay, b6, well, as we know, a passed pawn should be pushed, rook d7, knight a5, supporting now the b7 square, rook a8, rook takes d6, rook takes, b7, rook b8, stopping the pawn, rook c8, rook d8, only move, rook takes d8, the precise one, rook takes and knight c6. So now the knight is protecting the b8 square, and the pawn will be queening and will just win back the rook, and will be just a piece up in an easy end game. So let's go back to the game. Queen a8 is pretty much forced to come back to protect this pawn. As I said, those pieces are really committed to this pawn. a5, now f4, king h7, and queen e2. So we are back. Queen b7, g4. So now we can proceed. Queen takes, queen e7. He tries to come back on the king side. h5. Of course, we need to open up this king, which is becoming weaker and weaker with the rook on c1 ready to come at any time. Queen f6, king a2. So this is again prophylactical, just to force black to play a move. King g7, pawn takes, queen takes. So, well, offering the exchange of queens. Of course, white refuses because it has the initiative here. Queen h4, attacking the rook. Bishop e7, queen f2. So now we have a look at a7 maybe at some point, but we also threat rook g1. Maybe f5 also. We have many options with the queen. Queen f8, knight d2, rook b7, knight b3. So just repeating the moves. And now Peterson plays a very nice move, which is queen h2, and in fact it's winning because of tactical reason. Black should move the bishop now. If bishop d6, it would be met by rook takes, f5, pawn takes, rook c8 check, king e7, and queen h8, which is winning here. So black can play that, and if he plays rook f6 as in the game, it's met by rook c8, so the rook comes to protect it. Now knight c5, b3 check is the move that was played. King takes, rook d6, f5, attacking the rook on d6, rook b6 check, king a2, and here black just resigned. In fact, it's losing in all the variation. If you would, by example, come like that, you would lose. By rook takes and knight d7, and black can do anything. You threat the rook, and when you take this knight, this is just an easy checkmate. So I hope you like the game. If you have any question, any line you would like to see better, you just write me in the chat, in the comments. And you can also subscribe to the channel to watch more games about video about how to make a plan. So thank you for watching, and see you soon. Goodbye.